Are you excited for this game?
Yeah, we finally got a 5-game series on our hand. Could have been a quick 3-0, but LFY getting composed after the 2-0 kind of stomp early on, changing their picks around. So let's see how this is going to develop in this third game. Last game, LGD had first pick. This game, LFY had first pick. Are they going to ban Sand King?
I think you might, honestly.
Sand King's 4-0 right now.
Yeah, I think you take it. You take it out of the pool, and then, I mean, the other option is like something like a Terrorblade, which LGD.Forever Young also ended up doing really well with. They're going to ban out the Omni Knight. You thought that was the hero to be in game number 3.
Yeah, it's definitely a strong hero. I think if they maybe banned Sand King, they were afraid they were going to play against Omni Knight or something. Well, they finally took Lena for themselves.
Yeah.
Problem is, LGD, they can now counterpick it early here. See how they want to go around it.
Yeah. I mean, lots of options, obviously, depending upon what they want to go for. I kind of like the idea of the TA in a lot of ways, but LGD.Forever Young, is that what they want to go for? Do you want to pick that early? Is that dangerous?
Trying to think of heroes that don't get countered too much by Nyx. This is a really good Lifestealer opening for LFY if they want to pick Lifestealer here. It's really good to have with Sand King. You can go on top of Lena, burst her, go on the Nyx, burst him, or it, or whatever it is. It's pretty easy to call these things when you're a genius and a god.
Well done. Nice.
I'm just kidding. So now you want to ban out the Terrorblade if you're LFY. You don't want to have that against you. Whereas the other side of LGD, Slardar can be still very deadly. They can put Slardar in the 4 and then Sand King in the off lane. Might want to think about banning that. Also, Dazzle is very strong. Synergy with LFY. They did ban that 4th, I think, last time around or the time before. But they're giving a lot of respect over to this Kunkka. They probably played against each other a lot. Kunkka adds a lot of bonus health when you're constantly running at teams. Having X plus Torrent and Sand King, I feel like you just get run over at times.
Yeah. No, and totally. It's, I mean, I guess that's the worry, is that each game it's felt like one team has just had the lead the entire time and never really looked back. Maybe with the exception of, was it game 3?
5 seconds remaining.
Anyways, one of them, but it felt
like...
Yeah,
game 3 or 2 was really close-ish.
Right. And I don't know exactly what it is outside of just drafting errors that you can be made. The Nyx Assassin was something that had been banned in every series leading up to this, so finally getting to see why it is that they value this highly.
It could also be played in the 4 position too. Like you can just get a stable hero right now. Let's see. Honestly, I really do love Bane against Lifestealer. Dazzle's okay against Lifestealer as well, but then the enemy team can pick up Axe still for their offlane. Put Sand King in that roaming. There's a lot of different things LGD can do in this situation. Let's see. There's thinking about like what is that next thing that they might want to go for that's next level, because I feel like this is not going to be your stock standard. I don't think they're going to go CM. I feel like they want to think of something outside the box. They want something fresh. They want something new in their life.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the worry though, right? Like, because if I were to say that, I'd be like, all right, maybe go Naga Siren or something like that. A hero that's going to be able to do well against the Lifestealer.
What hero you cut out?
Naga Siren, but like that was the thing, is that if they go for something like that, then it changes their entire way that they play the game, which I think is not the way to go. You should play what you're strong at and just try and execute it better than you have previously. Like, get a draft that ends up even and then just play it from there. And it's Troll Warlord. It's LGD.Forever Young to take the CM.
Yeah, that's a really good synergy with them. LGD, they were going to pick either CM or Disruptor, I feel. And then they did pick up that one. So now LGD back to their support once again. Picking Troll there isn't that bad, actually, because they already saw the Lifestealer. So they could pick their core there. Now let's see, do they want to go for a Witch Doctor? They can go for Disruptor themselves if they want to.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I wouldn't mind a Witch Doctor. It seems like it'd be pretty cool. I I guess it also depends upon how LGD want to play this Nyx assassin. He's pretty good against Sand King, I feel like. It's at least decent, right? Like in the later stages, you can get a Spike Carapace off to disjoint all of the initiation coming out.
Yeah, you can just run in there, blink in there when he's epicentering, when he's channeling his Sandstorm. Spike Carapace, that hoe. Stun him for a long time.
Beautiful.
Oh, there's another really good hero against Sand King, too.
Nice.
You can always steal the Burrow Strike most of the time. Not very good against Lifestealer, unless you can steal the Rage. Even when you do steal the Rage, you can get completely run down by the Phase Boots. So
10 seconds remaining.
Not necessarily the best there, but at the end of the day, it's another stun. It's a reliable hero. And like you said, they can still put Nyx in the 4, put off lane. They can even do Rubik Lina too, if they get counterpicked here. So a good hero for LFY is Tinker, but Tinker against Nyx is a little bit tricky. So instead they're going to go around that, go back to their Dragonite. Lina does beat Dragonite pretty heavily, I feel, in the mid lane, but it's not always about the early game. Once the Dragonite does get level 3 and 2 points into that Dragon's Blood, he's going to be able to be tanky, shouldn't die to the Lina anymore.
I feel like this is such a good DK game too, because like they're going to have limited damage with the Rubik and Nyx Assassin. I don't know if they have enough to like bring this guy down in the mid game.
They have a lot of burst though with Lina, as well as the Nyx Vendetta.
I guess that's okay.
And if Dragonite's always in the front line, then Lina is going to be the one that bursting. But like you said, the problem then is if Lina comes in, then you have the Sand King with Blink and then Lifestealer inside the Sand King, and then you just burst down Lina, who tries to blow up the Dragonite. So there's a lot of positioning problems that could occur into the mid to late game. So, all right, Tide Ban out here. Expecting this to be a Sand King 4.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's get some more Lockdown. I like Lockdown. Talk about Lockdown. Razor. What the? Alright, so that could have been like we were thinking. Lina could have went to support. So Razor completely owns Dragonite in the mid lane,
right,
and owned the Lifestealer too. That's actually a heads-up ban if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, these teams, they scrim each other a lot. They know what's up, what they like to play and such. And they feel like, I feel like as well, no matter what they play, if they're playing it out of like the mid lane role, switching it up now, that's going to be the stronger pick for LGD. Because I'm not sure about, like, it just feels like Lina is so squishy to be played in conjunction with a Troll Warlord core. Like, until he gets BKB, they just completely destroy Troll.
Yeah, Troll can have a lot of kiting problems this game, especially into the later game when Force and Glimmers come out. This is not the easiest Troll game, but it's their objective taker hero, so I think it's better to have a Troll in this game than a Jug.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I do like them at least picking that up. There's not much else they could have really went besides like a Wraith King, but the Wraith King could have potentially got countered eventually or something.
Yeah.
By like some diffusal hero, maybe in the mid lane.
I mean, it's more just the strength of that Lifestealer pick and how good it was in the second round, which you were calling out, like, that there isn't really a great way to go after that now.
Yeah, there's Alchemist. There's like 3 ways you counter Lifestealer to the fullest, right? You get Alchemist, Split Push, Terrorblade, completely wrecks them because of the high armor, and then Naga Siren as well as Split Push. So with these heroes kind of nerfed and dead, it's a really strong hero to have Lifestealer, and now they're going to take a page out of LGD's book. Go Night Stalker. This is actually a really good Enigma game, surprisingly. They have 4 melee heroes. I would want to play Enigma right now if I was LGD.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Trying to think of what other thing that could really be game-changing.
Maybe you just go all-out aggression, and you can't even really try and switch it up with like a Chen or Enchantress or anything because you got a CM there. Deals pretty well, but they're going to go for the Timber Saw. You talked about counters. 4 melee strength heroes, baby. Let's go.
You know, I was going to say Timber when the DK popped up, but then it just got out of mind because I love the Enigma more. Man, I'm actually mad now.
It happens.
It's fine, though. It's okay. You can't be right about everything.
That was really good. Now you've got the Lina support. It solves a lot of any damage issues that they might have had if, you know, Lina doesn't get off to a hot start as well. This is great. I think that this is the perfect pick. Do you think that they can do it? Are LGD going to take it, or is it going to be a reverse sweep by LGD.Forever Young? What's your read, man?
They got a lot of stuns and a lot of magic damage to shut down the Timbersaw. So it's not a free game for Timbersaw, but he should be able to do a lot in the first 8 minutes of the game. Maybe he'll get that early hood, get up to that fast bloodstone or something along those lines, get to that Lotus Orb. This is a very strong Lotus Orb game on Timbersaw. If he can get up to that, they can maybe put him on the front lines. Troll's going to need a BKB. I think this game's going to come down to how effectively the teams fight around, obviously, the Vision from the Night Stalker and the Nyx Assassin, and then the BKBs. They're in a timely fashion. So it can come down to either way. Either team can win this. There's no outdraft heavily this time around.
All right, well, for the first time then, and no outdraft is coming out, but we will have two teams on even footing. Clear paths to victory for both of them. Those BKBs are, again, going to feel like one of those defining factors in this game, and even more so in some ways for the Dire team, as you've got, like, you know, Dragon Knight, all of this damage coming out, being able to reduce the HP coming from Whirling Death as well. I'm excited. I can't wait. Ooh.
Did they get scouted?
Well, Nyx, I think, is going to be scouted here. So that's a ward that's placed down. Should be a free D ward here as well. CM is going to be able to get one down without the Nyx spotting her. So a nice little start there as well for LFY.
Meanwhile, Dragon Knight, Sand King trying to invade the enemy jungle. It's not going to happen. Both offlaners warding off, or warding. Whoops. I think I'm being in game here. I meant to, yeah. This is both off lanes taking away the pools.
30 seconds to battle.
So, Radiant side a little bit ahead though. They got 2 blocks, and then there's only 1 sentry ward in the TM, so we can only get really 1. Let's see. Do they have? Where's the Rubik?
What? Night Stalker, he's pretty tanky with this, but is going to get bashed once, and they do have the lift to pull him back in, trying to find this. They're going to be able to have another stun here. Escaper waiting to throw it out, wanting to try and see if he can out-mind game the Night Stalker. But honestly, if Night Stalker just sticks around the entire time, and she never throws it, it doesn't even matter. First blood going to be drawn by Ame. Well played, and on top of that, you're going to have a great start just all around.
And you don't have a TP for Night Stalker, so he misses his block. He also can't go to the jungle because he started with the poor man's shield. That hurt a lot. That might just cripple them early game here.
Jeez. Yeah, that is tragic. And, well, they're going to actually try and pull back in. The Sand King, again, this combination of Rubik and Lina. It is so much disable. Another kill going their way. You have 1.5 seconds of disable from the Rubik with the lift, and then 1.6 seconds of disable from the Lina. So long-range right clicks on top of that, and 3.1 seconds of disable, a lot of damage, easy kills.
Yep, I'm going to need that is a disaster line very soon here if this keeps continuing.
And he can't break the clarity of the Rubik either. It's just going to walk through. That's frustrating. He didn't want to reveal that he had a ward there as well, so he had to walk through and go for the full cancel in that way.
I think Afu's trying to kill the courier. No, now he's going to go for the creep wave. So this will help out, at least try and give the Night Stalker eventually some... Well, as I say that, it's going to be run down. They have the lift.
Yep. Pulling back in, couple more hits. They do have another little couple of, well, blinds coming out. He's just getting body blocked around, and another kill going the way of the Rubik this time around. This could be a stomp in the making if they're not careful. I mean, not to mention the fact that you're 10-0 on maybe, doubling up the CS of the DK.
Yeah, he also just got his level 3, so now he doesn't care about anything.
Man. What a start. They are having a hell of a game. Gonna go in, steal the bounty rune too. Whoo, dog.
I mean, the Rubik almost has mana boots. 2 minutes in. He just saves up till the next rune, and then he's gonna have it. DK is about to get bullied right now. Trying to figure out what maybe wants to go for in this mid lane. He might not use any mana. He might want to go for the quick mana boots, or he might just want to go for that bottle. I think you can skip bottle this game if you really want to on the Timbersaw because of how dominant you're going to be. And you can just go for your next quick item. So I don't think it's too bad to skip it.
And look at that. You get the Nyx Assassin TPing back to the shrine to make sure that he's able to stay alive after the Frostbite comes out. So they can't even really contest the Nyx farm. He has almost more CS than the Dragon Knight. This is awful. And Afu going to try and Burrow Strike away, but they will have the lift. The pullback into the Light Strike Array, perfectly timed. And Afu dead again. 4 kills in this safe lane. LGD.FY do not know what hit him.
I'm not sure what's going on either. They're just getting crushed right now. He did go back for the bottle for the mid lane Timber. They finally sent it out for the bottom lane. Troll being greedy as he is. Got his Ring of Basilius now. Worth it. Timbersaw, you don't need your stupid bottle. They can use the Shrine if they want to. They've already used the Clarity on the Lina. Oh, here we go. This is good movement. They need this bottle though so that he's able to deal 1 or 2 more Whirling Deaths.
Yeah. Gonna do it right away. Gets a bottle croak in, but now there's the lift, the pull back in, the stun, Whirling Death already used once. He's still very tanky, and Afu is gonna be able to create that little bit of separation that gets the DK away. But nonetheless, some more damage being dealt, and DK still not feeling safe in this one.
Yeah, just putting more pressure on. I'm gonna use his Shrine. So mean. Timbersaw really doesn't need it. He's also going to get a haste rune here, too.
Oh, Burrow, lift, pull back, trying to hit him. Afu taking more damage. They are just going to keep running. Light Strike Array is there. They just keep the damage going. Afu!
Mana boots.
What is
Let's
going
go,
on?
boys. Give me that mana. I mean, this is a Lina without getting any boots, too.
And also not having any points in Dragon Slave. Just getting the point in Fiery Soul because she knows that's all she needs. And now they're going to run at DK again. He can take this tower if they want the Timbersaw, and they think they're going to end up going for it. There's going to be the pullback into the Light Strike Array, setting it up beautifully. Night Stalker comes in, trying to save a life, and is going to be able to for the moment. CM is also here, but the Hasted Rune, well, has he gone too deep? No, he's going to be able to run away. Bottle charges as well, keeping this guy alive and healthy.
All right, they are so lucky they actually have these TPs on a Night Stalker who got crushed in the offlane and who's jungling, has a TP.
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
If they didn't have that, he was dead on DK. It's crazy. That's just more resources now being won by the Radiant side here. You force them out of the jungle, you force them to rotate, gives the Nyx Assassin a free lane top, almost got his level 6.
Yeah, happy as a clam.
Although as I say that, might get gone on here. Yep, he's dead.
Does have the spiked Carapace, but the silence comes out. And maybe he can make this work. No, okay. I was wondering if maybe you get the spiked Carapace and then into the Impale for the TP, but wasn't going to be enough. But
Night Stalker is level 4 now. Got a kill, got boots.
This is close to a kill for Timbersaw and DK with Chakram there and any rotations. They should be able to find it. Sand King, I think, is dead. As he is going to walk out, and there is the Light Strike Array. Nicely done. Now the lift to follow is going to be there. Pulling him back in. They have another Light Strike Array to try and set it up, but unfortunately, he's going to be able to Burrow Strike away before the Sentry Ward was placed to get the vision.
Yep, and that's just zoning him out too. It doesn't even matter if they got the kill. Meanwhile, top lane is gonna get the kill again. Nyx Assassin probably should have went to the jungle. Yep, he's gonna regret going back to the top lane, but still doing a lot better than the Night Stalker. Although he just did feed over 1.5 kills to the Night Stalker. So at least good rotations from him, trying to get back into this game. Meanwhile, the bottom lane's getting more pressured. Tower's gonna be at half HP by the time they back off. It might even die.
And I mean, they don't care. Like, what are you really going to do to Ame right now with everybody behind him? I mean, Sand King is level 3. CM is level 4. They're going to try and carve a path here to get to Afu, but the creeps are going to scout him. Jig's up. They're going to have to at least reveal their position now.
Timbersaw just wasted a good 40 seconds too, kind of coming over here, wanting to maybe take the tower, but he's gonna have to go back mid, shove this back out. That gave DK time to catch up to the CS. So it's not too bad, 38 to 47. Meanwhile, Nick still doesn't have his 6 just yet. Meanwhile, at the bottom lane,
Yeah.
Off
And that's going
just
to be the tower.
Fortified.
So,
Ulti?
Bottom tower
I mean, the thing about this, too, if they want to end up running over here, they saw the CM was rotating in, but, well, she's still sticking around. They're going to have vision of her on a second, I think. If she steps anywhere forward, they can make this kill happen, and it just is about to happen. Rubik, he wanted it. DK is also moving in. They have this ward that's spotting his rotation. That might be a nice pickup if they can instead decide to go into him. But it looks like they're just going to back out, let the Timbersaw continue to tank in the mid. And, I mean, with 4 points in reactive armor and the poor man's shield, he is just hard to kill off.
Yeah, I'd actually like to see maybe go for a hood here, though, instead of going for the fast bloodstone. There's just a lot of magic damage coming out from the enemy side. It's really nice just to have this early on, but at the same time, if you do get this bloodstone early and you don't die and you snowball, then it's better. Right. I just have a feeling that he might die or bite off too much. Bite off more than he can chew, is the phrase.
You got it. You're on it.
Yeah, we on it. Like the Lena's on the deathbed.
Oh, nice silence as well from the Night Stalker. They're going to continue the pull here. They're not careful. They might run into a Nyx Vendetta, though. And, oh, is he going to go for the Spike Carapace play on the AoE damage? He's thinking about it. He wants to do it. Spike Carapace. Oh. Nope, he's not going to go for it. That would be pretty cool. I'd like to see that.
He was trying to do it. He just didn't.
Oh,
he never used it.
TP'ing out. Burrow's there. They are throwing this game away right now. I don't know what is happening.
They just got some good vision. When they dewarded them over there by the shrine there, they were able to put up their own ward, scout out the troll, and then just isolate them. But they got the tier 1 tower, and then troll's going to TP top most likely, or he could TP bottom to defend. Doesn't matter too much, and then they can put pressure on the top or finish off this tier 2 in the bottom. Yeah. Either play is fine. Or he's just gonna run top. He already TP'd to the bottom lane. Or actually, he tried to TP out. Duh.
Well, 10 minutes in, it's currently around 1,000 gold lead. It was significantly more, but LFY, as you guys can see, have the experience lead because of the swing that came back their direction. How is the Night Stalker doing since catching up? He's still a little ways from Midas.
This'll come in handy.
A little ways?
Yeah, he's a little ways away from it.
That's being gentle.
You gotta be gentle,
you're
man.
Gentle. Well, meanwhile, mid. Yeah, he went back for the hood here.
It's a
good job.
Decision.
Good job, maybe. This is why you're a good player.
It hurts to not go for it first. Like, you always want to be able to go for that early bloodstone, but you can just throw the game away so quickly by going for it.
Nick's gonna be scouting them out. Dust.
Oh, they have actually spotted out over to the side, though, and now it's going to be a first-hit bash onto this. Well, there's going to be a stun coming out onto the Nyx Assassin. They can't quite get him. DK is here as well. A lot of strength arrows still in the area. The Chakram is going to come out. They find the connection now onto that Night Stalker. He is out of there. Can they get any more off the back of this? Monet trying to man up, trying to kill him off. The big freezing field comes out from the CM, doing a tremendous amount of damage, but they have found the stun onto that DK, forcing him back.
No mana on Sand King, can't do anything. Now he's got enough.
Catch there onto Rubik. He is gone. Now Nyx and the Lena in trouble. Body blocked by his own damn creeps. Nyx Assassin also going to go down. Oh, wow. Can he actually end up Owen? He's going to be able to walk away. I thought that should have been a kill, but good Spike Carapace. And at the end of the day, they take down some towers regardless.
So, Hood is now up. Shouldn't go down as easy if he has the reactive armor stacks. And then you just keep running your body at the top lane. This will be nice for them. They might be able to get 2 towers in the top if Troll does rotate up to here. So this is a really strong power curve. As you want to like to say it, where they have the the capabilities to take down a lot of the towers, or they can maybe go for Roche or something for the Radiant side. But they need to make sure they do something besides this tier 1 top, while the ultimate is down from the Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
Dire's top
So
tower
important to
is
make
under
that
attack.
work. Yeah, I will say that DK is caught back up to a large extent. It's not perfect yet. You know, he's sitting there with his drums, though, so this is going to allow them to push more effectively. Problem is, you still don't have the
Radiant's
greatest of
middle tower is under
initiation
attack.
with Sand King not having his Blink Dagger.
Dire's top tower
And-
has fallen.
Oh, bold move right now with Lina
Radiant's
coming
bottom
in.
tower is under
They don't have
attack.
level 6 yet, though, so lack of damage. Yeah, they're going to hit an Impale, but there's nothing really to follow this. Timbersaw's in too late.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And he is going to Timber Chain away. That's DK ulti down. I think if you are LGD, you are incredibly happy with that.
They kind of want to TP and defend bottom, but if they do that, then
Radiant's bottom tower
Yep,
is
well-
under attack.
they're going to do it. And this is probably going to be the death of Rubik. They did a really nice smoke play here coming in from LFY. Rubik's going to hide in the trees, hopefully.
Well, he might play it a little bit. Yeah, this is a dive coming. Yeah, you gotta hide in the trees. He does still have the lift up. The land is gonna be there, but a quick and easy kill. But the immediate call for Roshan. Okay, LGD think that they can make this play.
Dire's middle tower is under
This is
attack.
not. It is gonna be scouted out. They have vision in the area. Timbersaw is there to try and hold the line. He sees the rotations coming in. The TP is there.
Are fortified.
I think that LGD have to back out. You could be throwing the whole game away right now with this. There's going to be the catch. The root is there. They've caught out the Lina. They need to try and fight this now. They're in too deep. They're far too far forward, and the Nyx Assassin trying to make the plays, but they're already now on top of Ame. He's going to end up falling. The CM ulti comes down. They kill off the troll.
Bottom tower.
This has been a complete and total unmitigated disaster. I mean, good damage coming out from the Timber, but you don't have the control to make this really work for you. I guess you stopped any extra movement from the Dragonite ulti, but losing the troll there really hurts. Okay, maybe this is the play. Nyx Assassin going in, wanted to find the Lifestealer, but can't get off that Impale.
Oh, now you have this Arcane Rune to work with for the next team fight. So you're almost always going to have the Elder Dragon. It feels like it's going to be up right away after popping it. So they potentially can take down 2 towers if they want to. But I don't disagree with this play. They should definitely keep going back and back at this Roche because they know that Night Stalker bottom Midas. They know they're playing greedy. There's no Sand King with Blink Dagger. This is like the perfect time for them to fight here. Timber's in a good position now. He's on the front lines.
Now they're all going in.
stun.
Nice Impale, the jump through. They have the Whirling Death as well. A hell of a lot of damage coming out.
They got
but
the
they've already
stun.
lost Selena. Can they get any more? There's going to be the catch onto the DK. Has the Lifestealer inside of him. He is going to be popped down, dropped down, maybe with a double. Can they find any more? Chakram back off cooldown 1 second. Burrow Strike came
Troll
out though.
alone?
It's caught onto the Troll. Trying to find that kill. He's still running away, and it does look like indeed they're going to be able to bring down another Motel Monet. This is his hero. Is it his time to shine? No. He's going to be brought down as well. So 3 end up falling, and now they have Frostbite as well. Almost caught onto Afu. That would have stopped him from Burrow striking away, but they can't do it. So
At the end
with
of the day,
Troll
it's probably not worth it to actually get that Frostbite. Now you don't have the stun, but he was trying to go for the big plays. Can they kill the... There's no way they can kill. They still have the CM ulti here. Nice epicenter coming out from Afu, completely isolating the troll and killing him. If he had a sentry down or a dust, he could have lifestealed enough maybe to tank through the epicenter, but there was no detection. And now they still want to go back here. This is just forcing it and forcing it. Now there's no epicenter, there's no Dragonite ulti. I still think it's not the wrong play to go for Roche. They just don't have the necessary items potentially, and Lina keeps dying at the start of fight before she can even cast anything. There's also no nighttime, but they do have darkness available.
I don't know if this is going to end up being the right play, but yeah, I mean, I guess you just feel a little bit afraid because you keep losing those fights as you go in for Roche.
Well, you got a Night Stalker in the mid lane.
All right, you guys got to go do it now. Time to party. Get in there. Finish it off. Night Stalker, or rather, Nyx Assassin does have Midas now, and it looks like he wants to try and go over here and mess with the CM a little bit. Just going to scout. So now Nyx moving here towards the mid lane. He has found the stun to start this off and ends up finding that DK. More damage coming in. They get the lift back onto Maybe, or rather onto Super, and Maybe is going to find that kill. A big pickup there, and now moving forward, they want to try and really put the screws to him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What's happening? Everything's crumbling for both teams at times. Still, it's only a 2,000 gold lead, but still Troll having an Aegis here, maybe just they're not able to really find the kills on him. He's almost has his Bloodstone. He's about 500 gold away, 600.
I feel like they just need to pressure this right now. Like you said, it's so close to that Blink Dagger for SK, and it looks like they're going to call it quits after that tier 2. Didn't know if he had it up yet or not. We'll have it after this creep wave, of course. So the defense is going to be there this next time around for LGD.F.Y.
Yeah, they might have the defense, but at the same time, they're going to lose their tier 2 top tower. Thing is, can they trade anything, or can they make a good wraparound play is going to be the question here in the next 1 to 2 minutes. Do they feel like they can get anything done with the Sand King now having the Blink Dagger, or what? Go time for LGD is going to be this. Yep. So, if he can disassemble, there we go. We got it all. So good timing for the Bloodstone as well as the Hood. They also have Blink on Rubik.
Yeah, he's farmed as hell since
Monster.
that early start.
He's also got 4, 2, and 8.
Yeah.
That involved in almost all of the kills.
Well, it's nighttime now too, and they're going to pop the DK ulti, so trying to pressure out the tier 2 while simultaneously it's going to be LGD pressuring the top lane. It does have a TP still here on Maybe, which is going to allow them to ensure that they can push out the lane while simultaneously being ready to defend high ground if it comes to that. But it looks like they want to try and fight this. LGD.F.Y. Or maybe just go for the tier 1 in the mid lane.
See, they're going to go high ground. They're going to force them back here. This is a good play from LGD. They might not commit for this, but they'll just see what they can get accomplished here. You be a little bit careful. Dragon Knight ulti is going to go down in like 15 seconds.
I feel pretty comfortable with this. The creep wave is dead, but they can walk back in, and not to mention you do not have the no field here, so damage mitigation from the magical sources aren't a huge deal. They do manage to find a stun, a really big combo. Oh my god, there was a Timbersaw there just a second ago, and now they pop the ulti, able to bring down Afu low but not kill him off, and well, that's the Aegis gone. What just happened? That's all the Bloodstone charges gone. They silence up the Lina in the midst of that fight, and Ame is just gonna be brought down. You guys went far too deep. Can't get the TP out. You lose the Aegis, you lose your Timbersaw, and there's going to be the catch onto the Rubik to boot. God damn.
Just not giving enough respect. You can see how Timbersaw, there's just too much magic damage in this game. Even if you have 20 reactive armor, even if it's all stacked up, it's not going to save you there in that situation. CM ulti on top of them. I really do like what Nyx Assassin did there, though. He tried to expect the Sand King to come in, and so he spiked Carapace, or that 3-second duration, where he was able to maybe anticipate the Sand King, but then immediately 2-3 seconds later, that's when the Sand King Epicenter came out, and it completely caught them off guard. They didn't have the spike Carapace to work with. They really need a Glimmer Cape.
Yeah.
If Rubik had a Glimmer Cape this game, that would have been a completely different story. Timbersaw lives there, and then they turn that team fight around. Meanwhile, bottom lane, going to be a pick-off on the Lina. So,
man,
not the end of the world, but like you said, the Timbersaw not having those Bloodstone charges anymore, or not having as many, is going to hurt him.
Yeah, and now you've got, these things like the Lifestealer. Hand of Midas Armlet is actually going to be going into the full Yasha next, and can go back again afterwards for the Desolator. They have a lot of answers, and you don't feel comfortable right now. Like, Roche is still going to be at least 3 minutes away from respawning. Can't believe they threw away the lead like that. It's probably not going to happen in the same way again, I would imagine, but still, once might be enough for this game to turn completely on its head.
Yeah, they didn't have too much. They didn't have that big of a lead. They had like a 3,000 gold lead. It wasn't the insurmountable that I understand where you're going at. It was definitely like they have great map control, but they're not getting out farmed completely. The Dire side, they are keeping up in the net worth. Meanwhile, split pushing another kill going the way. And this is Night Stalker Ags coming soon, and like this will be the time when they will throw away like a huge momentum swing.
Right, that's the thing, is like it doesn't have much to do at this point even with like the net worth. It's much more just about who's controlling the tempo of the game, and you have Midases that are online for a lot of these heroes for LFY, and I just feel like it was a good timing for LGD that they didn't end up hitting, and they gave up a lot of potential value, and now it's LFY taking it back in spades. The tier 2 tower being assaulted in the mid lane, and it's just they don't have great answers. So Lena up here in the top, she can try and push this out constantly. Is going back for the mechanism in Guardian Greaves. I touched on that a little bit, but I don't know. I'm struggling to figure out how to go next to this. I like the Lotus Sword pickup for maybe. I think that's what he needs.
Definitely going to need something to help with the high ground sieges. Going to need the Troll BKB, but it's sad when your Troll has was it less timed BKB than the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight in this situation compared to the Troll, I mean, they're neck and neck almost. Maybe 800 gold difference, but that's your core. Troll should be going out of control this game, but the Lifestealer is completely shutting him down in these team fights, kiting him. We've seen some great plays from Sand King.
Yeah. As
well as Sand King just split pushing bottom lane here too, making sure they have to come back and defend. Sentry, here it comes. My ward. Oh, unfortunately, it's about to run out. Got it.
All right, so next couple of minutes, Roshan about to potentially respawn. We have some good vision in the area, sort of, for LGD. It's not, like, amazing. Meanwhile, Dire has some vision, a lane ward here as well, but really the winners are going to be the Aghanim Scepter Night Stalker team, and he does have that just about now. He's going to bring it out to the side shop and pick it up.
It's going to be funny when the Night Stalker Ags team loses again, where they have this great timing on the Ags, but then they just get out team fought, or something along the lines. It can still happen, but it's a little bit different than last game, where both teams have about equal team fight, if not a little bit better for the Dire side, just because they have the Sand King always to initiate, and it feels like they're always going to have potential better situations. Like, they can just go in the back lines, kill Rubik and Lena, I feel, very easily. These heroes are super squishy. Lifestealer can just truck through them in an instant.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like you have the vehicles now to make that happen as well, whether it just be like Night Stalker running in because he has everything in the world, or Sand King with the Blink Force. And Gem done means that Vendetta initiations are kind of off the table as well. It's a struggle to figure out how this is going to end up working for him. Roche is back up. It was a short respawn time. And getting ready for a battle. Smoked up now. Afu leading the way. But they get the invis on Lena. They will still have vision of her, but they're just going to go right into Roche. This is huge.
Sort of baiting it out, not knowing. They don't have vision of where LGD are right now.
Yeah. And LGD playing it safe. But LFY not willing to take that chance. They don't want to try and move in and take down Roshan and then end up getting caught in a bad position. So
the funny thing is they would have gotten away with it.
Yeah.
You know, in this one situation, you're like, oh, crap. We could have actually gotten Roche.
Yeah. And, I mean, it is an incredibly close game right now. You look at the net worth and graph, experience a little bit further into the favor of LFY, and that's those Midases paying off, which we might continue to see be a big talking point in this game. But now Desolator completed on the Lifestealer. They hit so hard. Night Stalker is there. Do they decide to go on him? I don't know if they have the control. I don't think they can do it. The thing that's so nuts about this, like, LGD has been so close to making it to so many big events, and they've gotten second over and over and over again. They got second for Epicenter. They got second place for the Kiev major qualifiers. I think that there was like 2 other ones as well where they just keep on missing out on their chances. And after having like a really good lead in this game and going up 2-0 in the series, if they end up going 2-0 here as well right before TI, it is just heartbreaking. And Afu, they spot out. Maybe he's right there on top of him. Do they decide to go for this fully? BKB is Papa Ame. It looks like they want to try and fight the first to keep him alive. This is what they need. Might be enough, but Afu, does he decide to go in for the Epicenter? BKB's about to be wearing off. They're trying to keep Super alive. He's going to be for the moment. Mana Burn is there as well. They can't quite bring him down, and now maybe wanting to go fully in. The 3-person catch, a lot of damage being dealt. Can they kill off the Sand King? They have vision, trying to bring him low. Super is now in the fight as well. Stuns up maybe.
Just got the TP way.
Oh, he's going to be able to survive through it, but now they lose another, and Motail trying to chase down and kill off this Timbersaw. They've got their eyes on the Nyx Assassin, running him down. Rage, right clicks. Ghost Scepter will not save you this time, mister. Triple kill for Motail, looking for more now. He's going to try and see if he can run down and kill off maybe. Maybe he's able to take down one. The CM is out of this fight. They still have the silence and the stuns. Their Lotus Orb turned back against him now. Ame is back into this as well. He's regened up fully and now trying to bring down Super. They have a lot of damage. That's a double for maybe.
You tried to kill me? I'm Timbersaw. Do you know what my hero does? 1,000 armor.
Yeah.
And the only people who are left were the people that have the right clicks and the Lifestealer as well as the Dragonite. Plus the Lotus Orb stun reflect there at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They're going back in. Epicenter. Woo, this is going to be big.
Yeah, they got him right there at the start. And now the silence again onto the Timber, but they can't quite bring him down either. They were able to kill off Ame. And now if you're Timbersaw, you just have to back out. But can he actually make the full escape? There's the Burrow Strike. Chakram is there, but they're doing so much damage. All right, Rubik Lift trying to turn this back around. Stole Burrow Strike, turns it back onto 2. Can they kill it off? Do they have enough damage? The Impale comes through from the Nyx, but they've lost the Rubik. Now Afu trying to find the kill onto maybe. He's just so survivable, but he has finally brought down. The CM is able to take him. 4 dead. LGD.FY looking quite strong here. They get the Ghost Scepter, but there's the Burrow, there's the kill. No life left as LFY move towards Roche.
No stopping this Lifestealer. It's just, they don't have anything that pierces through the immunity. The only way they can really shut down the Lifestealer this game would be the Perma Bash coming in from Troll, but Troll's been kited effectively this game, and Afu, big play there. It's just coming down to the vision game. Able to take away all the vision. They run towards Roche to try and see if they're doing it or how low it is for the LGD side, Radiant side. But they were just completely caught off guard by Afu just coming in like that. Else that could have been really good for them, considering how things went for the first fight.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe it. It's all of these little things building up over the course of the game, and you're trying to figure out now, like, how do you take these fights with the BKB? Maybe when it wears down far enough, that's your timing or something, but it just feels like they've lost control of the game in a lot of ways.
It's definitely a lot harder, but it's not out of reach for them to do stuff. There's still going to be the problem of basically 3 BKBs on the Dire side soon. The kite ability coming out from the Sand King with his Blink, his 4 staffs to help out his team. And just the initiation. So as long as Timbersaw is in the front lines and they go on Timbersaw, the game is savable or salvageable for the LGD side. But if they go on anybody other than Timber, they're just going to die immediately. And I don't know how they're going to win the team fight. They also need their own gym for LGD because they have so many wards. But if they buy a gym, they're likely to lose it.
Yeah. Jeez, it's just like everything.
The only person who can really farm is Timber right now. It feels like he's like the only one who can feel safe.
And you look at the net worth graph, just the swing of it. It's just going to be a quick TP out for Dragonite. Maybe doesn't even bother. If you're LFY, though, do you feel like you need to try and push the pace a little bit and get things done around the map, or are you comfortable just sort of sitting back and continuing to farm?
I think just because they have the vision game, they can be content with farming and just split pushing. They also just got the BKB done on Night Stalker. Probably we're waiting for that. That'll be their go time. They also have AC. This is a huge pickup. Now Troll can't even... I don't even think Troll can really man-fight Lifesteal anymore because he's not going to do as much as he once did. Like, there's just too much armor. That's plus 30 armor, plus 15% evasion on the Lifestealer right now. And that's before he pops the armlet, getting the extra 4.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's got... Yeah, there's just...
Like, they have a medallion too, building towards the Solar Crest.
And a lot of armor already on the Dragon Knight, so their armor game is strong. Troll's effectiveness this game feels obsolete. It's just they need to upgrade, need a better hero.
God.
It's not dishing out enough.
It's huge. And now, 33 minutes into this, I just can't get over it. I was looking up the stats as well, before this game, and you have to go back to July of last year, the last time that LGD won an event, including like qualifiers. The only events that they've been able to qualify to are when they've gotten like second in it, and second place gets a qualifying event. It's nuts. It's some type of a curse going on right now for these guys. Because they've looked like one of the best teams in China consistently, but it's just not working out. And now with their back up against the wall and LGD.FY, their sister team, looking ready to knock them out of another qualifying event for the second time in the same week.
They're like Ad Venom for that 6 to 7 month stretch before Boston Major. Maybe even 9 months. Where you just got second place, second place, second place. And not qualifying for events. It's not even like Cloud9. Because Cloud9, they always qualified for events. They always went to events, but they got second place at the big events. They actually went to them.
Right.
Whereas these two teams aren't even participating in them.
So, big stuff. It hurts. It hurts. And it's not like completely out of the realm of possibility that you see LGD finally pull it back. Maybe if pull each other up by the bootstraps or whatever and start to make this game go. Troll is building towards a butterfly. That's huge. It's actually getting there. That's going to be a problem.
I don't think he should have went for the plus 40 damage either. I think this is a plus 350 HP game. He needs to make sure he doesn't get bursted down. He can go for the Scotty next, which I do think he'll go for afterwards. You need to stick on targets, make sure they don't run away. Scotty is extremely helpful and useful against the Dragon Knight as well as the Lifestealer.
Did you see, by the way, when Troll uses BKB? No,
but it's fine.
Okay.
He's got 8 seconds still.
Alright.
Maybe they... I'm not sure.
A little weird. Well, that is the Aegis down. They still scout out everybody on the Radiant side, and there's not really much that they can do at this point. They can't leave their base at all, and you're just getting so much more farm out of the map right now.
Yep, look at all these wards. It's looking pretty. Trying to figure out what kind of constellation this looks like. Oh, now it's gone. Alright, now we got only 3. It's like a messed up. Alright, so this is an obtuse triangle we've got here.
Okay.
I
like
so
it.
that is greater than 90 degrees for all those people who don't know.
Wonderful. Good job. Love it.
I'm the Haas. I'm here to teach people.
I like it. It's what you want to have happen in your Dota games, certainly. Everybody loves it when there's somebody who teaches them how to play Dota when you're playing in a Dota game, right?
No, that is definitely not right. Most of the time, people will get mad, rage at you, like, screw you. Oh, Timber's alone.
Yeah, he's going to get the Lotus Orb and the Walk Away. But all of them are here. LFY. They'll stop back as the Chakram clips the Night Stalker. But the smoke play immediately in towards mid. They know where they're going, and they want to try and take this fight now outside of the base. Can they find somebody? They'll have perfect vision with the Night Stalker there. They actually pop the DK ulti as well. They have their eyes up here on the Timbersaw. That's who they want to go after. And they might just be able to find him and the Troll. If they can get these two heroes here, there's one to the south, one to the north. Their eyes are focused. BKB Pop trying to turn it back around. But, oh man, they barely get out of that one. That is BKB's down, but they still are going to be able to run down and catch out the Timber Saw here.
Force Staff.
All right, Frostbiting, and the Force Staff going to keep him alive for the moment. Burrow Strike, but not going to hit.
Double Force Staff saving the day.
It is still a problem, though, because you know that the BKB is now down.
That was a pretty big deal that they got out of there. I don't think they were going to be able to siege because Dragon Knight ulti is coming off cooldown here. They almost got everything that they wanted there. Silver Edge complete on the Dragon Knight. They're going to have that to counteract the effects of Timbersaw and his reactive armor. So this Timbersaw, he's going to start looking very squishy here soon if he doesn't already have those reactive armor stacks up. Because you can't take off the reactive armor that's already been applied, but most of the time, Timbersaw is not going to have the armor up unless they're already sieging or something, or he's hitting creeps.
Yeah. Man, and they're all gearing up for the late game, too. Sand King does have the Aghanim Scepter on the Courier. It hasn't been brought out to him yet, but they will spot the Timbersaw here. Obviously,
they got Diffusal.
No vision.
This is huge. They got two big things. They got Diffusal on Night Stalker for the Nyx here. Oh.
There it is. Rage popped. Right clicks there. They throw out the Chakra. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Burrow Strike comes through as well. A little bit off the mark. Not going to be able to connect. They steal Burrow Strike, but can they turn it back around? Motail's already killed off one. They're going to kill off two. This is a huge problem. Maybe doing the best that he can. The CM gets the ulti out as well. That is 4 dead. No buyback. Maybe the lone survivor just trying desperately to make anything work. And he will escape for the moment. I don't know if he's going to escape the team.
Yeah, can I have a transfer, please?
Like, this guy is so talented, and I mean, there's a lot of talented players on LGD as well. It just hasn't been able to get put together perfectly and failing to qualify for another event. Granted, there are still 2 qualifier spots for this, but it's looking like LGD.FY building a lot of momentum going into TI. This team has been really strong, and they're potentially going to end up just knocking out their sister squad here and qualifying for their second major LAN leading up to it.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has
Sorry
fallen.
to be reminiscent of like IG versus IGV here.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Yeah.
IGV was taking down IG almost all the time, but then IG eventually started stepping it back up. So, well, they just lost 2 Raxes. It's looking very grim now. There's not much hope left in this game because the Troll, he's just not scaling well. He's 5th on net worth. He needs to be around where he needs at least another 5,000 gold. He needs to have the Butterfly plus looking for another item to even stand a chance. He got initiated on with the Silver Edge. Dragon Knight blew him up before Dragon Knight and CM both blew him up before he was even able to pop BKB. And then everyone's just getting isolated. They need a gem. They have one now on the Nyx Assassin, but it's a little too late for that to really help them out. And Night Stalker has just completely won them this game so far.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's just so strong. You get an incredible amount of utility out of this item, and it's allowed them to... I mean, just look at the vision. It's nothing really, and this is during daytime, that you can do to stop this as the Radiant, because like you said, if you pick up the gem, then you're just going to end up feeding it away anyways. You need the items to be able to take the fight first, and they just never got that opportunity. Those couple of giveaways, particularly the kills in the top lane when they were sieging high ground, end up coming back to bite LGD in the butt.
Yeah, they really needed to maybe secure the second Roche before they went high ground, but instead they got a bit too antsy. Mid lane completely destroyed.
The silence is there as well, and it doesn't matter that they reflected the silence. Can they kill him off? Frostbite still holding in place. Maybe is still alive, but the right click's coming through. He's still living somehow. Ame is going to be able to turn it. They actually end up rooting the CM as well. Maybe is still alive here, but that's a double kill, and they buy back on the Lifestealer. They want to try and take the fight right here, right now, end the game. They know that not everybody has the buybacks. They kill off the Lina as well. 3 dead. And time to keep this pressure on and take down Roshan.
It was the only hope really left for LGD was to try and sneak in the Roche or contest it there. But you can just see the difference in these 5 games, Initiation has won almost every single game, besides like a Silencer and an Omni Knight, kind of like being really helpful to LGD.Forever Young's success in the last 2 games. But it was also helped by the Sand King. So Sand King 5-0 after this series. Great stuff, showing how you can always have this initiator in the 4 or 5 role. I think it was played 5 for the second game for LGD. And now you just have to think back of maybe we should have put that Lina mid. Maybe we should have banned out the Sand King.
A lot of maybes, but maybe is going to have a lot of time to reflect on his name.
Maybes. Too many maybes. Like
he ended up going, instead of the Whirling Death attribute, the 20 strength. That's a little bit interesting. I guess just prioritizing needing to stay alive.
Yeah. If he doesn't have the plus 20 strength, I don't even know if he had it for that last team fight. I think he did. If he didn't have that, he would have been dead. Yeah. Meanwhile, it's going to get gone on.
Oh, well, can he survive through this? 20 strength doing a lot, but not enough. He has buyback available, but it's going to mean that all hopes of Aghanim Scepter are going to be out the window. Creep wave moving in. Now or nothing. Now or never.
Radiant's top tower.
But there is the Rage Siege of the tower. They're going to go in for this one. The buyback for maybe. They have the Bloodthorn trying to turn for the moment. A really good Burrow Strike coming out, and they are going to be able to find the damage onto 1, onto 2. That's Lifestealer gone. Coming back with the Aegis. They don't have buyback on the DK, actually. Can they make this work? The Epicenter's coming through from Apu, as well as the damage from the CM, still staying alive. Maybe able to make the great escape. Alive on 200 HP, can throw in another round of Chakram. They kill off, almost bring down the Night Stalker.
They're doing it.
He's gonna fall.
They don't buy back on Lifestealer.
They're gonna make this happen.
No buyback on Lifestealer, no buyback on...
CM,
can they do it?
They're making this play. The call comes out for the high ground in mid. They want to push this out. They know there's no buyback on Lifestealer as well.
Troll versus the base. This is going to be very interesting right now. Night Stalker does not have buyback either. Oh man, what a Lotus Orb play there. Making it so that Sand King going in for that stun completely caught enemy off guard where it got reflected.
It caught like 3 people
Afu?
with a reflected stun. Oh
Afu, he backdoored. Not backdoored. He cut the creep wave. They have to keep this range creep alive.
Yep. That's the one hope right here. It all lies on the hope of this range creep. Still 70 seconds with no Lifestealer. This is possible. This is very, very possible. Do you believe in miracles, everybody? Do you believe in miracles? They're making the plays. They have Burrow Strike as well. They're buying back now. They're going to start taking these Tier 4 towers. Buyback on CM as well, but still no Lifestealer for 50 seconds. They jump in, Burrow Strike there. They've caught the Sand King another time. He doesn't have buyback. Super is here as well, but they've killed off the Sand King. Now also the CM. It's Super. He's the only one left alive. LGD. They have no more creep wave. It's coming back in a second though, and now the backdoor protection is off. They're gonna start to take it down. Night Stalker is here as well. I think that they might have been able to do this. Oh my God. Super is there. A big stun comes through. They pop the BKB, trying to bring him down. Super is gonna fall. They make the plays yet again. They buy back with Super. 20 seconds until Lifestealer. They need to get this one. They're going to buy back with Troll now, and they're just trying to desperately keep them off the barracks. This has been gone from great plays from LFY to tragedy. They're taking it down. They bring back in. The Night Stalker's dead again. He has buyback as well. They're just throwing their bodies, trying to hold on to this.
BKB on Troll. BKB on Troll.
Ancient is there. Are they really backing out? How you can't back out right now. You've got to stick around for it. They know that the Lifestealer bomb is coming in as well. There's the jump forward. Troll going to get caught. If he dies now, it's the buyback. He is going to die. They don't have tower hitters anymore. Oh no, it was looking great for a moment. To take it away like this would be as bad as almost not having it to begin with. Oh, and Lifestealer, he is too strong. Now they're dead. They are indeed all dead. The taunts come out. Rubik trying to TP away. The Void is there to void their hopes as well. Oh my God. What is this game?
I was happy for a second and then I got depressed.
That's what I'm saying.
That's just what happened.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You take it away from them when they had this like glimmer of hope. They wanted it so badly. And now
they should have just all in. So they had Troll ulti.
Yeah.
They had BKB. All of them. All they have to do is just all of them right click. Rubik stands on the stands near the shrine.
Radiant structures
Cancels
are
their initiation from Sand King. I don't understand.
Radiant
I don't understand what just happened. I
mean-
don't understand why they just didn't BKB pop Troll ulti and just hit the throne.
That moment right there.
I don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't.
You can. Well, okay. I'm gonna say this.
It's okay.
Now. You can understand the pressure. You can understand the pressure coming through in that moment.
I can understand the reasoning to back off, maybe so you don't get caught out by the Sand King bomb. But you have the BKB. You have the ulti. They don't have Abyssal Blade. There's no way they lock you down.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a close game.
It's crazy. Like, the fact that it got to that point right there.
Right.
And again, like, LGD, you gotta feel for them. They've been so close in all these tournaments. They didn't qualify for Zotac. They didn't qualify for, like, DPO. They ended up getting the top 3 finish for it. Didn't qualify for Epicenter. Didn't qualify for Manila Masters. Like, all of these different tournaments over and over again, they're not qualifying for. Kiev Major, the DAC they didn't qualify for. Star Ladder I-League they didn't qualify for. It's just, it goes back, the list goes on. And the last time they actually won an event, like I said, was July of last year. And then to think that they're going to have to try and get to TI with this talented of a roster by going through the China qualifiers, most likely, for TI, it's going to be really hard to do. Ryu, any final thoughts about this series?
Never give up. Always play on. It's a full best of 5. Never think it's... Just take it one game at a time, and you'll preserve towards the end. Trust in yourself. Give you some motivational words. Really good play coming out from both teams throughout the series.
Yeah. I was so happy to see that movement. And then, of course, LFY, you got to love this team as well. Great performance from them. You've got Super in the mid. Inflame is back again, playing in the off-lane role. DDC on the support. Afu coming in from Southeast Asia, so an international sensation that's sweeping the nation. And Monet, of course, on his constant steady carry position. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with at both of those tournaments.
Yep. Can't wait to see how they do at MDO, like you said. And there's still going to be a chance for LGD to qualify. So all hope is not lost.
Yeah. If
I am correct.
Yeah, that is true. Again, it's going to be a hard road for them to make it through, but they do get a spot for the finals. That's a really good point. You should be talking about. I should have been telling that earlier. That it is going to be EHOME.Keen and Vici Gaming, and they're going to winner of that move on to face LGD. So still a good chance for them to qualify for this. They've got to make it work. Not completely all is lost, but it's a rough one. Thank you again, Ryu, for joining me. Absolute pleasure. You want to give a little sellout to all the fans out there?
Yeah, guys, follow me at Ryu Dota. Follow me at twitch.tv/Ryu Dota. Stream there a lot. Thanks for having me. It was really fun casting. Time to go our separate ways and cry. Or maybe we can go get a movie later. You don't have to. You can come with me and not be with your wife.
Yeah.
Who needs a wife? It's a night out with the boys. Just kidding. I don't live in Seattle.
I don't live in Seattle either,
Or
man.
Washington.
I live near.
You live in Washington?
No, I live in Portland area.
Oh, Oregon. I keep forgetting.
It happens. It's probably
Eventually
best
you get
that you
something
don't
right.
know where I live. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna come see you one day, and you'll be like, "What the are you doing outside my house right now?"
Good stuff. Yeah. Well, thank you guys again, everybody out there. Ryu, you're awesome. The bestest. LFY, congratulations to them. LGD have to